first.
Hey, there's a first for everything.
Speed of an offensive tackle right there. Raise hands and we'll get to questions. Lonnie? With us, Lonnie? All right, we'll go to John Hale.
Landon, there's been a lot of talk about the bowl game and playing in that, what the mood of the team's going to be. Obviously, for you seniors and draft prospects, it's an even more complicated question. Just what's your kind of vibe in the locker room about what guys want to do after this week?
I know a lot of guys that they really want to play in the game, and that's the same thing for me. Like, I want to go out there and I want to be able to have one more opportunity because if not, this Saturday literally is the last time that I get to strap up in Kentucky blue and white, and I would love to have one more opportunity and just be able to maximize everything I can here. But I know a lot of the guys are in the same mindset that I am, that they want that extra opportunity. They want to be able to have that bowl experience, especially for the young guys coming in. You know, every single season you're going to go through ups and downs. You're going to go through hard times, and this year has definitely been a trying season on anybody. And you know, I think some kids they get a reality check a little bit, and but I definitely think the mind of the team is back on. Like we definitely want to go out there. We want to beat South Carolina this weekend, and then definitely want to continue that on to a bowl game and sort of get that experience. Go to 5 consecutive bowls. You know, when's the last time that's ever happened?
Josh?
Kind of tying into that, Landon, you've been asked a few times throughout this year, but now that you're kind of towards the end of it here, what just your time here and what you got accomplished? I know this season's been tough and for a lot of reasons, and maybe record-wise hasn't played out the way y'all wanted it to, but just how do you reflect on everything here at UK?
You know, I've been blessed, and to say blessed is an understatement. The Lord's blessed me with abilities. The Lord's blessed me with some great people in my life in this program. The Lord's kept me safe. The Lord's done exactly what He wanted to do in my life so far. And, you know, I really appreciate that, and I appreciate everybody that's been able to give me the opportunity here. But like I said, I just want to maximize every single opportunity that I have here is because I don't want to look back 30 years from now and say, what if? I don't want to have any regrets. I want to live a life regret-free, and just like Coach Sarman did. And, you know, whether there's good things, bad things that happen in your life, you know, you still have to push forward. They always say it's 10% of what actually happens to you and 90% of how you react. And I think that's what we're trying to push for with everybody is like, you know, bumps in the roads came, and we've seen the worst of it. You know, what we have to lose, we have to keep on going forward, and we have to react to it and do what Coach Sarman would do and just keep on fighting.
Nick?
Landon, I think I talked to you after you committed, which seems like an eternity ago. It was 2013 in the summer. And you never wavered or anything like that. But when you committed, how did you kind of envision your Kentucky career playing out, and how is it stacked up to actually what's happened?
You know, I definitely think that when we first came here, you know, that was something that I'm sure a lot of guys remember from the interviews that me, Cash, and Drake did sort of at the start of our recruitment and even toward our commitment and everything here, is that we wanted to turn this program around, and whether it be by wins, whether it be mentality, whether it be we wanted to take every step that we could to help this program take those steps up and up and up. And I definitely have seen that, and I've seen the recruit classes come in. I've seen the mentality of the team change, and it's not, you know, just due to me, Drake, and everyone. It's everyone on the whole team, the coaches, the new players coming in, the draft classes that are still going to come in. They all have a different mentality toward this program. It's no longer just Kentucky football. Like, it's not, oh, Kentucky, they have a football team, or, oh, Kentucky, like, wait till basketball season. Like, a bunch of people get excited for football, and I think it's, you know, a lot due to the classes early on, the 2015, 2016, 2017 class when we came in and we wanted to make those changes. I definitely see a big change that is already made, and I hope that I can continue to help that out the rest of this year and sort of leave those legacy points behind, just like I know those other guys did, Josh Allen, Cash Daniels, you know, TJ. Those guys left legacies for these younger guys to grow onto. And I want to be able to leave that so that this program can continue to grow and not fall back to where it was.
I'm curious, too, like obviously you've had a lengthy career, but
Tell you the truth, the one that I really sort of look up to is the year that I didn't even get to play. And even though that was a hard and trying year, I think that was one of my best years for me because it gave me another appreciation for the game of football. It gave me another appreciation for what I've been blessed with. And even though that I wasn't able to actually participate in those games, it gave me something to strive for. It gave me something to be able to go into the next season and say, man, I want to recreate that. I want to do that again because I didn't get that feeling. I was at home with my knee propped up when we beat Florida. But I wanted to be able to go out there and be like, come on, guys, like I want to feel that feeling again. I know you guys too. So I would say definitely that was a big standout. But again, just being able to go to the first bowl game was a blessing. And that's in each bowl game every single year, the big wins we've had, the Tennessee win this year, that was one that stood out really, really big this year because, of course, that was the last one that I had Coach Sarman. And, it's just little moments like that through the whole process that have really stood out. There's not just one moment that stands out more than any of the other big ones in my career.
All right, Lonnie, we'll try this one again.
You're muted.
There you go.
Landon? Yeah, we all right?
Yep.
Yep, you're good.
Yeah. Now, Landon, I want to ask you, I want to talk about the full gamut of things that you've experienced since you've been here. In other words, you've had the highs and you've had the lows, you've had, the low, I guess the one big low, like you said, you just talked about having to set out here, but how beneficial that was to you. This SEC grind of 10 games, talk about the last two games, which is I call them a mini gauntlet, I guess. What did you learn about did you learn anything about yourself going through what you went through the entire season, and especially the last two games?
Absolutely. And it was a big sort of eating your own bite of crow. Everybody who comes into, college football at a young age, you think that you've got it planned out. You think that you're right there, and you get humbled quite a bit. And even through this season, like I've been humbled myself, where it pulls me back down. Where I think I'm like top of the line, and then you go against somebody, and you got to realize there's always somebody better out there. That you're going to make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, and biggest thing for me was being able to learn that when you do make those mistakes, that you can't turn it into two. You have to stay consistent. You have to be trained and be and hone your craft. Be disciplined in your training and be able to go back out and not let that affect you. That was one big thing this year. Everyone wants to play 10 SEC games. That's a dream, and we get to experience it. And probably going to be the only ones to ever be able to experience just a true SEC season. But like you said, you have your highs and lows, but you have to react to it good. You have to be able to make sure that one doesn't turn into two. The last two games, yes, they didn't turn out the way we wanted. And did we play ball like we should have, especially in the second halves? No. We were a tale of sort of two halves, come out on fire in the first half and then sort of just crumble in the second half. But again, we have to learn from those experiences, and we did make that into two, and now we have to be able to turn around and not make it three. You have to react to that barrier in the road, and you have to be able to rally your troops and keep a strong mindset and be able to go out there and play football again.
All right, we got two more, and then Josh is here, so we need to get to him, so he's got a final. So we'll start with Josh and then John Long.
Landon, I know your focus is on this game and maybe the bowl game after that presents itself, but what do you think, just being in the program and seeing how it's grown the last few years from your perspective, what needs to happen, after you're gone for this program to keep going and kind of take it to the next level and really be, in a position where you want it to be, which is, contending for championships every year?
Yeah, so I definitely think one of the biggest things is just relationships and the unity of the team. COVID definitely put a big sort of buffer in that, where we couldn't sit down and we couldn't, talk with different teammates. We couldn't do that. We all had to be spread out, and we couldn't have team events. We couldn't have position events. I think that's one big thing, is just being able to come together and play all together as 11 people and be able to know the brother right next to you, even though they may be a freshman and maybe a senior, but have those seniors know all the freshmen, have all those freshmen know the sophomores, have all those juniors know the freshmen. I think that's one big thing, but also it's a mentality. No matter who's in that position, whether it be a player or whether it be a coach, you have to be able to go out there and play the sport you love and enjoy playing it. No one wants to go out there and get beat. No one wants to lose. No one wants to play undisciplined. You want to go out there and you want to have a perfect game. But you have to be able to make sure that you're disciplined in the game, have the heart for the game, have the heart for wanting to play at the next level, wanting to make your team succeed. And not that anybody on the team hasn't wanted that this year. It's just things happen, and you just have to be able to get close like we have in years past. I think one of the things that we did with our break bread partners, where we got to eat dinner with someone in a different position group every single week, was one of the years that we were closest as a team, just because everyone got to learn everybody. And you got close with those other position groups that you may not talk too much. And so I think that's something that, I think that we've, as offensive line group, period, over the last years has sort of helped the rest of the team, is that close-knit group of guys. You need to be that with the whole entire team, and you're going to play better together by it.
All right, we'll wrap up with John Long.
Hey, Landon, one of the biggest challenges the University of Kentucky football has been recruiting quality in-state talent, and you decided to play for the home state university. So there's a special place in the heart of Big Blue Nation that the fans have reserved for you. What has it meant for you to play for UK, and how important is it to your legacy to be able to finish strong?
It's meant the world for me, and that's what I want to be able to leave that for the younger guys, and that's why I try to take some of these younger guys under my wing. It's a pride thing, especially coming from in-state. I'm representing not just this university. I'm representing my family. I'm representing my wife. I'm representing my friends. I'm representing everyone in the community around here. So you need to walk on that field with a sense of pride that everybody's counting on you, and you don't ever want to let anybody down. I'm a man of my word, and that's why I stuck through all the 4 years of my high school with my commitment and never wavered from that. I said I'm coming here, and I meant it, and I wasn't going to go back on my word. A man is only as good as his word. And, it's just, like I said, it's a huge sense of pride. It's a huge sense of just, joy being able to go out to a place that's taken care of you for so many years and be able to give something back to them. And, and that continues off the football field too. And after I'm done here is, I want to be able to continue to give back to the state, because it's given me so much, and y'all have supported me so much. But same thing with those young guys. I want them to realize that, there's no better fan group than the Big Blue Nation. There's no better crowds. And, they're going to take care of you if you take care of them. And it's just, keeping your nose clean and being able to go out there and play good football, be disciplined. And that's about it, being able to continue that legacy of just coming out and doing the right thing.
All right, guys. If you want to go ahead and put hands up for Josh, and we'll get him on here in just a second.
Thank you.